أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Our fathers and mothers, you are welcome to the English version of the 10 minutes Al-Qur'an Al-Fajr. Inshallah, today we are going to study Quran chapter 2 verses 19 and 20. Surah Al-Baqarah verse 19 to 20. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy for us. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who uses a lot of examples, similitudes, to explain and depict the situation that Allah is presenting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describing the situation of the hypocrites. May Allah save us from hypocrisy. Allah says, How kasoyyibin minas samai. The situation of the hypocrite is like the rain from the sky. Kasoyyibin minas samai. The rain is the cloud burst from the sky. And you know, when it rains heavily, it has three attributes. Fihi zulumat. The first thing you see is darkness. Rain at times bring a form of darkness. Waradun. And then thunder. And the third one is wabarikun, and lightning. You see darkness, you see thunder, you witness thunder, and at the same time lightning. So what does this mean? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says the situation of the hypocrite is like someone who experiences darkness, and the darkness means what? The darkness of disbelief, the darkness of having doubt, and the hypocrisy. That is the darkness. Now, what is the thunderbolt representing? It represents the fear. He's always afraid. He's very anxious. And what is the lightning? The lightning is the guidance of the faith. يَجْعَلُونَ أَصَابِعَهُمْ فِي آذَانِهِمْ مِنَ الصَّوَاعِقِ حَذَرَ الْمَوْتِ. The hypocrites, what they do is they press their fingers into their ears out of the fear of death. They press their fingers into their ears out of the fear of death. For you to see, the question is this: is thrusting the finger into the ear capable of saving you from death? That's what Allah is saying. And wallahu muhitun bil kafirin. Allah says, I encompass the disbelievers. I will explain after explaining the second verse. Yakadu al-barqu yakhtafu absarahum. The lightning is almost able to snatch away their sight. Kullama adaa lahum mashaw fihi. When it lightens around them, they walk in it. They walk. Wa iza azlamu alayhim qamu. But when it darkens, they stop walking. When light flashes, you move. But when there is darkness, you stop. That's exactly the situation of the hypocrites. Why did Allah says that? Why did Almighty Allah present the fact that the lightning flashes so strongly that it could snatch away their sight? It is when the hypocrite receives a message, the message of guidance, and he does not have the level of faith to comprehend the message. So it almost makes him lose his balance. So when the message is coming from Allah and your mind is not prepared to receive the truth from your Lord, it will appear as if, what are they saying? Is this possible? Then he says, whenever it flashes the light around him, they walk. It means, if there is light, you can walk inside the light. It means that whenever the guidance is received by the hypocrite, that is when they have faith. They are able to understand the event. When they attend the lecture, that is the light flashing. That is the flashes of the light around them. They are able to understand the event as they happen in their life. They are able to give the right interpretation. But the situation of the hypocrite, they believe and then they disbelieve. So the example of when it darkens, they stop walking. If there is light and you walk around and then they take away the light, you see yourself stopping because everywhere is dark. Allah says when they fall back into disbelief, then they can no longer walk as smoothly as they used to do. What that means is that the behavior they have adorned while they believe in Allah, that behavior will change to the opposite. Someone who used to be patient will now become angry. Someone who used to be selfless will now become greedy. Someone who used to be kind will now become mischievous. So when Allah says, when the lightning shows light around you, you walk, it means when you are in the midst of faith, you are in the midst of guidance, everything is easy in your life. But the moment you fall back into disbelief, that's when the environment darkens. And Allah says, وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَذَهَبَ بِسَمْعِهِمْ وَأَبْصَارِهِمْ. If Allah wants, if it is the will of Allah, He could take away your sight, He could take away your hearing. And Allah has power over all things. So what are we talking about? The situation we described yesterday is worse than this. Because yesterday we said the hypocrites, they are summun, bukumun, umuyun. They became deaf. It means the words of Allah does not profit them. They do not benefit from the words of Allah. And they became dumb because nothing beneficial comes out of their mouth any longer. And they became blind because they only see things. They do not understand the larger implication of things. The message is that, why is it that today Allah is talking about the fact that their light brightens and then it darkens. Their environment brightens, then it darkens. Allah is presenting vividly the situation in the hereafter. What will happen in the hereafter? That's when you will know the advantage of having light around you. To climb the bridge, the Sirat. You'll be hearing the bridge of Asirat. That is very difficult to pass because that bridge passes over the hellfire. If anybody is not able to pass through the bridge, he falls into hellfire. And everybody will pass through the bridge. But those who believe in Allah, they will have their light in front of them as they go. Their light by their right, their light by their left. They see it. Some people, because your level of faith is your level of light, is the level of your light. Those who believe, their light will be so full. Look at the prayer on that day. Rabbana atmim lana nurana. Oh Allah, perfect for us our light. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu said, the light of some people will flash and they darkens. So even in passing through the bridge, they will not be able to pass. Because when it darkens, they stop. But those who have their light, they will move like the flashes. Just as the light flashes, that's how they move swiftly. Those who believe, those who do righteous deed in this world. He said the light of some people is like the size of this finger. The light of that is the size of their finger. That is the light they have, which is not sufficient to brighten their way. And some people are in total darkness. So to save ourselves from the evil of that day, let us move away from hypocrisy. How you can move away from hypocrisy is to ensure that you walk the talk. Believe in Allah. Allah has not created anybody to become hypocritical. It is we who decide on our own to believe and disbelieve. That's why Allah says, "Naladina amanu, summa kafaru, summa amanu, summa zdadu kufra." If you believe and you disbelieve, you believe and you disbelieve, it will increase you in disbelief. It's like plus and minus. It is in favor of minus. Whatever you have, you get it away. Whatever you have, you destroy it. Whatever you have, you destroy it. The result will be destruction. My brothers and sisters, try to understand this similitude that Allah is presenting. The rain and the thunderclap. The rain is the blessing of Allah, is the message of Islam. Now, as it is coming directly from Allah, the darkness around you presented by it is the hypocrisy, is the doubt, is the disbelief. What is the thunderbolt? That is the message that threatens you. Allah talks about his punishment. Allah talks about things that will happen which you will not be able to comprehend. And what is the lightning? It is the faith, the guidance of faith. And when Allah says some people thrust their fingers into their ears because of the fear of death, it is just to tell you that you cannot escape. What people think they do to prevent death is just a child's play. Erect the burglary, it cannot save you from death. Go for regular medical checkup. Yes, it cannot prevent you from death. It can extend your life, it can preserve you. In fact, Allah loves it, that you take care of yourself, but it cannot take you away from death. So somebody who press his fingers into his ears for fear of death is the very, very poor method of avoiding death. We think that if I amass all the wealth in this world, I will not die. It's a lie. So Allah is saying, Allah encompasses you. Then, if you are not prepared to receive this message, when the message is coming, it will appear as if it's too much for you. That's why Allah says the lightning is almost about to, blind, to make them blind, because what they are receiving, the level of faith with which they are receiving the message is quite low. So my brother, enhance your level, increase your level of acceptance. Accept Allah, believe in Allah. Do not entertain any doubt about who Allah is. That's why when you receive message like this, you are very strong. That's the similitude of when the light is around them, they move. But when the darkness envelopes them, they stop. So when you stop receiving the message of Allah, the progress will diminish. Everything will disintegrate. Immorality will replace morality. And you see the person, for example, you used to have good friends. Now you change it and you start having friends who will not add any value to you. So we're going to stop here, my brothers and sisters. Let us avoid any sign of hypocrisy. Let's have light. May our light be permanent. May our guidance be permanent. May our direction be permanent. Until tomorrow, when we come your way again on this Qur'an al-Fajr, and we'll be looking at verse 21. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.